Hi there, it's Anita with Anita Loves Tarot, Coffee, and Crystals. But I thought I'd give you a little bit of the astrology for this week. Seeing as Saturn is still in Aries, and Neptune is in Aries as well. And Mars is still in Aries as well, 28 degrees. 23 degrees in Aries. But Mars is a quicker moving planet, so it's going to be out of Aries probably in a couple of weeks. But these are all in the third house. The third house is the house of communication. So it's how we communicate. Yeah, their languages. Since it's a communicate. It's like internet and everything, right? Which it makes sense that all these things are happening online, like the trolling and everything, because Saturn is in the third house of communication in Aries, which is Aries is the god of war. There's no other way to get around it. It's fiery. It's the strongest in the zodiac, and it likes aggression, and it's the ram, full steam ahead, but it's also very honest. It'll give you honest exactly what is happening, what they believe should happen. But it's also got Neptune there. They're not conjunct. Neptune's 3 degrees and Saturn's 10 degrees. So they're coming out of being conjunct because Saturn has moved forward. But they're still in the house of communication and how we communicate in the world. And this is I'm just doing it for the week. So this is actually the placements according to May 10th. And the moon is just about going into Pisces, but it's still in Aquarius. The moon is our emotions, and it's at 22 degrees, the moon? 29 degrees as of noon in Mississauga. 29 degrees, so it's almost going into Pisces. But Aquarius is society as a whole. So you've been feeling in your emotions on Saturday in Aquarius, society as a whole. That is why. But don't worry, it's going into Pisces. Pisces is also a very emotional sign, but they're very dreamy. It's illusion kind of energy, but it's also very creative. So if you have any creative endeavors, this week would be a good week to start it, especially since it's Taurus season and Mercury and Taurus are conjunct, and they're in the fourth house of home and family right now. So this is tropical astrology, by the way. And Uranus is in the fifth house of pleasure. Expect the unexpected at 0 degrees. So Uranus is going to take a while to go through Gemini. It's a slower moving planet. It's a generational planet. But you also have Venus in Gemini at 19 degrees, which is a quicker moving planet. So it should be going into Cancer in a few weeks. But this week it won't. It won't move that quickly. The only planet that will move quickly this week is the Sun and the Moon. They are constantly moving and they move quickly. Sun rotates once a month, obviously, but the Moon moves every day. Every day the Moon is moving. So, and Jupiter is still in Cancer in the 7th house of relationships. So you should be seeing, it depends where your 7th house is, and if you have any planets in your natal chart But whatever that affects in your chart, you'll have more than an abundance of it within the next month, within the next month and a half. And then once it'll go into Leo. Then Jupiter will go into Leo for the next year. Jupiter moves once a year, so it will go into Leo sometime in July, probably the beginning of July. Yeah, but all the planets are in the night. They're not day planet. The only one that's up in the day is Jupiter, which means all these moon and the North Node, Neptune, Saturn, Mars, Chiron, that's internal. These are internal things that are happening. That's why night charts, the people are very internal about their feelings and everything that have night charts. I have a day chart. But yeah, that's the astrology for this week. The moon going into Pisces. So just be careful that it's not, you're not seeing things that aren't true, right? That's very delusional there. And Venus is in Gemini, which has to do with your money as well, right? That's love, but it's also money. And it's in your sixth house of health. It's in the sixth house of health. This is it for everybody. But if you want to see how it affects you personally, you have to, if you know anything about astrology, you can go in Astrodent and create your own and see where the planets are hitting your natal chart, your natal planets. Yeah. Yeah, the North Node is in second house of finances. And it's gonna be the moon's gonna be hitting the North Node in the next couple of days. So, and that's the second house of finance. So if something hidden might come up, some hidden costs, or some hidden opportunity, you might get money back from your taxes or something that you didn't expect, right? That would be nice. That would be nice. It's not always bad. And Neptune and Saturn, that kind of makes it dreamy too, because yeah, they're close together in Aries, so it could be a very delusional week. Just try to stay grounded. Yeah, the sun is in Taurus, so we should be able to stay grounded, but get out in the sun and everything. But there's absolutely no planets in the day. Like Capricorn right through to Leo, there's no planets at all in that sector. It's completely blank. Isn't that strange? They're all in Aquarius to Cancer, all the planets. Hmm. Pluto's in retrograde in the first house. So people are changing the way they look, how the world sees us. We're changing. It's an Aquarius too. Pluto's in Aquarius in retrograde. It's at the beginning. That's society as a whole. Well, that makes sense. Society as a whole is changing how we see that, how we relate. And that's in the first house, that's appearance. That's how the world sees us. That's appearance, right? Pluto is a planet of transformation. It's like Scorpio, break it down. Scorpio's ruling planet is Pluto. Break things down, yeah, to revive it. So yeah, By this time next year, we're not even going to recognize the Earth. It's going to be totally different. It's going to be totally different. Our societies are changing. Anyway, that's what I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay. I'll try to do an astrology reading every week as well. So enjoy your week. And if I made a mistake, let me know in the comments. I'm just learning. I'm not a professional astrologer. I'm just learning the same as you. But if you want to know what I use, it's astrodent.com. Yeah, and I just plug in today's date as a chart, and then I get the placements. I get the placements in the proper houses for that week, for the day. But then it goes. Usually, the slower moving planets don't change that week, so you can usually count on the energies. And Venus and Mars, it takes them. They take their cycles are like a year or two, and Saturn's 2 years, so they don't move very quickly. They don't move very quickly. The only ones that move really quickly are the sun and the moon. So, yeah, that's why you can usually just do an astrology reading for the week or the month. Some astrologers do it once a month. Yeah. Okay. Have a great Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Hope you enjoyed that. Talk to you later. Bye.